All right, so let's talk about this. Now, a lot of people have been asking me to do this one. I will say I am not fully informed on this in terms of I don't know every single detail about it, but I just want to cover two parts of it because there's a little part here where there is potential legal action. So I'm just going to focus on that. There was a creator by the name of Tigan. I know there's a lot of history here, but apparently they were, after much drama and back and forth, apparently they were deplatformed. Now, I saw this message today and was extremely concerned, which was, I'm back home. I feel completely awful, trying to stay afloat. I need more time before I can talk properly with you guys. I feel so completely worthless and isolated. I don't know what to do. I don't want to wake up. I wish I could just stop existing. Every time I see the people who did this to me living their lives as if nothing happened, I just get sick to my stomach. I'm tired of being angry, and whenever I repress that, I become insanely depressed. My anxiety spikes. TLDR, I don't know how to cope with being due to a platform like this. Please don't forget about me. Thank you for standing up for me. I don't want to let you down, but I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do next anymore. So this is what was very concerning, which was posted out, and very intense here, serious stuff. This is after there was an interrogation, apparently, of a person who mass reported Tigan. So apparently, this person, Dylan or Vintage Bass Archive, and I don't like to give him too much clout, usually whatever, but apparently was driven by a desire to hurt them, right? And to impact both the fans and Tigan themselves, right? They were also threatening to try to get Shy Lily banned. So they were saying, oh yeah, Shy Lily should be banned, and threatening Shy Lily. He claims that NSFW or any kind of related sex content violates YouTube rules, but he has a playlist which includes NSFW. Right. He refused that it was not his reporting and shift the blame to YouTube, even though he said he did report them. So there's a lot there, but people were asking, can there be legal consequences? Yes, of course, there could be harassment. Now, depending on where the parties are, if the parties, for example, were in California, we'll just use California, for example, there could be cyber stalking, cyber harassment. Especially if they're like both, for example, American parties, there can be consequences. There could also be potential suits for lost revenue. But the problem is, this is what I said before, I'm very wary of giving people credit for, quote unquote, taking the head, right? There are certain people out there, drama creators, hell, even certain rage pigs, like, sweet, that try to take credit every single time that a creator graduates or a creator steps down or takes a break or everything else. They try to say, oh, that was me. I'm the one that caused it. I'm the one that did that. Right? And I don't want to give those people credit because there's a lot of clout goblins out there that are trying to say, I took the head. I'm the one. But I don't want to make them that. And I don't want to give them that credit. But if they've got a malicious history, there certainly is the ability to sue. Now, it's hard to do it. If they're in different countries, it's going to be very difficult, if not impossible, right? And the best remedy is really public shaming. So just want to say my standard for most of that is to ignore those people, particularly when they seem to be really deranged when it comes to attention. Because in this case, this person seems to have done most of this, frankly, because they didn't get their Oshi's attention, which is so fucked up. Can you think about, pause for a second. Think about this. If you went out and said, if you don't respond to me and pay attention to me, I'm going to mass report your channel. How screwed up is that? That's the absolute worst. That's absolute nasty behavior. And yes, people say, isn't admitting that doing a crime? Sure it is. And they should also be kicked off the platforms, right? They should also be banned from YouTube, Twitch, wherever else they were doing that. But beyond that, it could be a crime. The problem is, it's hard to figure out who that person is, where they are, where they live. And then, by the way, the person's got to dox themselves to file the police report oftentimes. So it can be a real tough road. And especially if you're an indie VTuber that doesn't have any support. One thing, once again, I'll say corporations, you may not like them for a lot of things, but they do offer you some support. And this is the level of harassment that a corporation would protect you against.